Okay, let's learn how to keep the book this baseball season. We did a video on this last year, but we're going to do an updated one in case you guys can't find that one. And for the new people who are watching, welcome. My name is Micaiah. I'm a journalist and I create baseball content and other sports content as well. This book I got from Amazon. You need a pencil other than a pen so that we can correct any mistakes. Whatever your book looks like, whatever size you're using, you're going to see 2 blank pages. You're going to fill out the players on team 1, and on this side you're going to fill out the players on team 2. I'm going to do an actual demonstration so it can be easier for you to follow along. I'm going to use an old game from like last year. So let's say the Guardians will be taking on the Minnesota Twins. I like to put an arrow saying when each team is going to bat. So the Guardians go up to bat at the top of each inning. So I just put like a little arrow. And then the Twins go up to bat at the bottom of each inning. This is not necessary. I just like to do this to keep up. Put the game date here. You can write your home team and away team here. I just put it here so I won't get confused when I switch between the two. But put all your information here so you can keep up with it. You can put the record, the start time, end time. The pitcher statistics will go here. I don't really fill this out that often, but I'm going to try to start doing it this year. I kind of keep up with it separately. And then this is the final score. This is important right here because this is your guide showing you what number each position is because you're going to use these numbers in your scorekeeping technique. Let me show you how that works. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and fill our roster out. Every player goes on the white line. These blank lines here are for if they end up getting switched out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the names here. Let's say Steven Kwan is batting leadoff. And then I just put his actual position here. Then I go to the next person. Okay, once we finish filling this in on both sides, again, this is an old game from last year, so this is just for practice. We're gonna go ahead and start filling out our information. Now you fill this out before the game starts. So once both teams put down their starting lineup, that's when you go ahead and fill these out. I put my starting pitcher on the side here. Again, you don't have to use this pitching part here, but if you want to have it there, I just always write my notes out to the side. Along with the pitcher statistics, I just kind of write it out to the side. So let's say Steven Kwan is up to bat. Remember that this side, 1, 2, 3, that's balls. 1, 2 is strike, because that third one just means you're out. So let's say he ends up swinging and missing, that's a strike. He ends up swinging and that's a foul, that's another strike. He ends up getting a ball. This next swing, now he ends up hitting a double. We're going to circle this 2B, that means he went down to second base. We're going to shade this in, and it shows you exactly where he went. And this is where this key comes in handy, because now where did he hit that ball to? Let's say he hit it out to left field, which is number 7 here. So what we're going to do is say he did a fly ball F-7. Just that easy. Next person, we have our DH. He is going up to bat. And let's say he ends up getting a strike. He ends up getting a ball. He ends up getting another ball. He ends up getting another strike. And then he ends up getting another ball. So now it's full count, 3 and 2. Let's say he ends up swinging one more time. He misses. That's another strike, right? So that's where we're going to put K right there in the middle. That means he struck out. And that is our first out. I put that right here because it shows you where this out came from. So let's say I'm writing a story, or let's say I'm wondering, wait, who got the first out? It shows you right here. Valera is the one who struck out in this inning. Jose Ramirez is up now. First ball he comes through, he hits a home run. We're going to circle home run. You can write HR in here too. It's not necessary. Sometimes I do. And what you're going to do is shade this whole thing in, because that means he just scored a run. That means he also brought in Steven Kwan, who was on second base, right? So now you're going to shade that whole thing in too. So now that's 2 runs. When you see those bases shaded in, that tells you how many runs they scored in that inning. Steven Kwan hit a double because Ramirez ended up hitting a 2-run homer, ended up bringing him in. But we know how each one of them got their runs. Okay, Kamazato is up. Let's say he ends up getting a strike, another strike, and then he ends up getting hit. I like to put HB hit by pitch. He is now going to walk to first base. Okay, Bo Naylor is next, and he ends up getting a ball, get another ball, get a strike, and then he gets another ball. The count is 3 and 1. We have 3 balls and 1 strike. Let's say he ends up getting another ball, which means now he can also draw a walk. And that brings Kyle Mazzato to second base. And we're just going to shade that in, showing you where he is now. Now, you're going to just keep doing that. Let's say Arias comes in and they end up getting it out. Let's say he strikes out. That's going to be the second out. I also have to circle it. So that's the second out. And then we're going to keep going that way. After you finish this whole lineup, say this is where the third out comes. I like to put a line going into the next line so I know where to start. When the Guardians get back up to bat, we're going to start in the second inning. And CJ Coffis is going to be the one starting us out for the next inning. And once they're done, they're going to go back to the top of the order. You can do the same thing on the other side with the Twins. Question a lot of people have is, let's say they go to the whole order and they have to start again at the top of the order. How do I note that on my list? The usual thing to do is go ahead and continue that on the next line. So say the second inning and you went through the whole order. Everybody already batted. What do? I go ahead and cross this 3 out, make it a 2, and just kind of let this be the remainder of this inning. And also, even though you can kind of see how many runs you have, if you want to keep up with it, down here they have an option for you to put how many hits and runs there were, earned runs, how many were left on base, errors, all of that can be recorded here as well if you want to keep track with it. So this kind of just shows you the whole box score of the game. You're just recording it all yourself. You're just recording all your stats down here for you to keep up with. You will do this for both teams on both sides. So once you're done with this side, for the next team that comes up, you're going to flip the book over and go to this side and do the same thing. Okay guys, I hope that made sense and I broke it down a little bit easier for you to understand. Just remember that this key right here is just there to show you where the ball went. So you can put F for fly ball, you can put G for ground ball. It's just a great way to not only record what you're seeing, but it's also an interactive way to watch the game. So whether you're at home watching it or at the ballpark, you're just sitting there kind of following along with the game and being interactive with it. I think it's really fun to have that activity while you're watching the game. Let me know if you have any questions.